Analysis now from Victor Gao, who is the chairman of the China Energy Security Institute. Thanks so much for joining us, Victor. Just give us a better sense then of how big this event really is. Some have said it's actually the most important international gathering ever hosted by the president, and it's the pinnacle of his foreign policy.
Thank you very much for having me. Yes, indeed. In 2 days' time, the first summit for the One Belt, One Road initiative will happen in Beijing, and 28 heads of states and heads of government from various parts of the world will attend. Representatives from more than 70 countries will be there, and the heads of the World Bank, IMF, and other international financial institutions and UN organization entities will all gather in Beijing to attend this very important summit meeting. Even the United States recently decided to send a government delegation to attend the first One Belt, One Road initiative. Now, in essence, I would say the One Belt, One Road initiative creates a new paradigm, a new framework for all the countries involved, more than 70 countries now, to think about coherent and coordinated way of development, focusing on connectivity and infrastructure. And this draws heavily on China's experience over the past 40 years, where we need to build up highways, railways, airports, seaports, all kinds of connectivity, including financial connectivity and internet connectivity, cyber connectivity, in order to emancipate productivity and achieve higher level of income and create more meaningful jobs. And I think this is the time for China to share its experience with all the other countries involved. And this way will enable many countries on the Eurasian continent, as well as in Africa, and more countries to join, including in North America, in South America, in Oceania, etc. And this also is very much of a win-win situation, and it's very much a further step of free trade as well as globalization. And this happens at a time when there are other major economies in the world who want to take one step backward to try to hide behind the walls of protectionism. And I think, in essence, philosophically speaking, the world and the international organizations, various governments and countries in the world want to have more trade and more freedom of trade. And this is exactly what this One Belt, One Road initiative is all about.
But let me ask you this. You say this creates a new paradigm in the region, but that new paradigm is contingent on coordination between the countries involved. There have been very serious problems with that before, in the lack of coordination and eventually the lack of cooperation when things come into play. There's also corruption involved sometimes in the transport sectors. I'm just wondering if you really think this can be coordinated well enough to genuinely make it win-win for all involved, as China says it's going to be.
Absolutely. I think coordination and cooperation are absolutely necessary. Now, one of the reasons why this first One Belt, One Road initiative summit is going to happen in China in 2 days' time.
Okay.
There's all the international level of coordination and cooperation. And going forward, I think all countries will join this great initiative. Many companies want to participate. And I think new ideas, new concepts, and new way of doing things, new paradigms will develop in the coming months and coming years to make sure that the One Belt, One Road initiative will bring benefits for all the participants. And there is a new way of connectivity and win-win enjoyment of economic life for all the participants.
Okay, Victor Gao, we're going to have to leave it there, and I have to apologize to our viewers for some obvious audio issues we were having there. Thanks so much for joining us on TRT World.